Star Wars and Indiana Jones movies, my next guest helped to make box office history. His work in films like Witness, Presumed Innocent, and now Regarding Henry has certified him as part of a select group of truly exceptional actors, I think. Please welcome Harrison Ford. Movies. I just have to get back into movies. Speaking of people who love you, did you see an article in the paper yesterday? They're calling it, there's a flash. They're calling it Regarding Darla. This is a lady who has been going to see your movie every day since it opened. Oh. It tells a little bit about her. She's 38. She's a tanker driver, whatever the hell that is. Take drunk people home from the bar, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know what that means. This lady is very interesting. She tells her favorite scene and everything. What do you think about something like this?
She's the one that's starring, huh? No, I think it's great. That's terrific.
Yeah. See her favorite scene here?
Yeah.
She likes that
scene in the when my on-screen daughter teaches me to read.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that might be the one you brought.
I think I brought a bunch.
Oh.
Well,
let's get started.
No. I don't know what it is.
Okay. First of all, tell the people who haven't seen the movie yet what it's about.
It's a story about a guy who's a very successful New York defense lawyer who has a wife and a young daughter with whom he doesn't have a very good relationship. He's a workaholic, doesn't pay very much attention to his family. And early on in our film, he goes out to get a pack of cigarettes and gets shot in the head in the midst of a convenience store robbery. Goes into a coma from which he recovers 3 weeks later, which he comes out of 3 weeks later, and then he has to learn to walk, he has to learn to talk. He's lost his memory. And after he physically begins to rebuild his life, he has to begin to reinvent his life with his family and figure out what to do about his work. And he goes back to the life very different to the one he came from. A different guy. It's a story about having a second chance.
I'm not sure which clip this is because we're about to begin a festival of Harrison Ford clips from Regarding Henry. Whichever one we have queued up first, Sandy, plus. that just reminded me of something. Since you were last here, haven't you added someone to your family?
Yeah, I have a daughter who's now...
I never understood why people clap for that, because we all know how you get a daughter.
Yeah.
And still, when you announce it, people say, yes, he did it.
Yeah. She just turned 1. She's walking and starting to talk. And it's real exciting.
Yeah. Can we go back to when you were young? Last time we talked about we talked about jobs that you had, and I learned about one that I didn't know about that trip. You were a yacht cook?
No, I was a steward on a yacht on Lake Michigan.
Ah.
It was a yacht that...
Yeah. I think she's a mermaid from Michigan. I'm not sure what that was for.
It was owned by a bachelor guy who entertained, and I was both cook and waiter, steward, they call it, on a boat. I wore a little white jacket and a little peak cap.
Were you good at it?
I thought I was real good. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure what it takes.
I didn't know how to compare it with anything else because I'd never done it before, but I thought it was good. I enjoyed being a waiter. I was a waiter one other time, and I thought it was a great job. Real easy to do successfully and seldom done well.
Yeah.
So I like those kinds of jobs.
And then I found an interview where you talked about what you wanted to be when you were little. And this I'm not sure why, and I'm not even sure what it is. What's a coal man?
It's the guy that moves the coal from the front of the house to the coal chute in the back in a wheelbarrow. You know. I lived in Chicago, and they used to come down the street, and they'd dump a big pile of coal in front of the house. And I used to sit in my window on the first floor and watch a guy come out with a wheelbarrow and a shovel and scoop up the coal, put it into the wheelbarrow, and wheel it into the back. By the end of the day, the pile was all gone. I thought it was a great job.
Now, why?
Well, you could see, because you could see progress being made. You could see there was something very satisfying about it. I don't know, it impressed me a lot when I was a kid. I also like the sound of the shovel on the ground. It's a real satisfying sound.
Yeah. When you came out, you had all these kids screaming for you. How old are you? You see how I snuck into that one? It's like, yeah, it's good to see you. Nice jeans. Hey, how old are you?
49, man.
Are you really?
49. Yeah, I was 49 this year.
When is your birthday?
July 13th.
Ah, that's great. When I'm 49, I hope there's still 16-year-olds saying, ow! You know, I mean... You see what I mean? Regarding Harrison, that still feels good.
It's great.
You chose another haircut for this lawyer. You know, you remember during Presumed Innocent, newspapers, we were lumped together a lot. We were the most hated haircuts on the planet.
Yeah.
And they kind of like us both a little better this year.
Yeah, we both grew out of it.
Yeah. Why did you choose this particular haircut? You always have an interesting story.
This haircut?
Yeah.
Just trying to look and see what this haircut is. It's just a haircut. I don't know, man.
I know, because you had like a reason for the last one, and I thought maybe there might be a reason for this one. I mean, you wanted to make that guy...
Well, I'm starting a film in September, and I'll have a haircut for that guy. And then I'll come back and tell you the haircut story for that one. But this is my own personal civilian haircut.
Any special preparation to get this guy in focus? What was the thing you did with the card?
Oh, we did a lot of research on this because it was something, well, first of all, because it was something I didn't know anything about, and I wanted to be as accurate as we could be about it. So we talked to a lot of doctors, neurologists, we talked to a lot of therapists, speech therapists, physical therapists, occupational therapists. We went to rehabilitation centers and observed people who were in the process of recuperation. And then because we were shooting out a sequence, I took, I made a kind of graph of the progress of his faculties as they came back, and submitted little reference cards for myself so I could check where we were.
Yeah. Now, where'd you get that idea from? Had you ever done that before? With cards in school?
It was just seemed an easy way to organize things.
Do you do it for every movie?
I have done it before. When something's out of sequence and there's a kind of build and progression to something, it's just an easy way of knowing where you're at.
Yeah. You do a great job in this, and I don't say it just because there's a guy from Paramount with a gun behind. No. You do a great job in this, and I wish you luck. It's doing well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. You did this pretty well, too. Thanks for coming back. Harrison Ford regarding Henry in the theater.